All right, let's jump right into this explainer. You know the drill, right? From day one, society hands us this exact picture-perfect blueprint. You graduate, you land a really stable job, you buy a nice car, get a mortgage on a comfortable house, and of course, you take those perfectly curated Instagram vacations. Actually, scratch that. It's not just a blueprint, it's an expectation. Everything society tells us to chase is neatly wrapped up in this very specific package of achievements.
But we really got to stop and ask ourselves a highly uncomfortable question here. Is it possible that this exact lifestyle, the one we are working so relentlessly to achieve, is exactly what's keeping millions of people stuck forever? What if the very things we genuinely think are symbols of our success are actually just the walls of a trap we are building around ourselves? So there's this massive disconnect we almost never talk about. On one hand, we have the visible progress, the progress we think we're making when we buy a shiny new phone or upgrade to a bigger apartment or drive a newer car right off the lot. But on the flip side, we see the harsh reality, the hidden commitments, the quiet debt, the suffocating feeling of being trapped. You see that shiny surface? It hides a really heavy underlying cost. Section 1, the illusion of success, more specifically, upgrading your lifestyle. It always starts out super innocent, right? You land that first real job, you put in the grueling hours, your income naturally starts to increase, and, well, human nature kicks in. You feel you absolutely deserve to live better. You worked hard for that promotion, so why shouldn't you have the nicer apartment? Why shouldn't you treat yourself to the latest tech? But here's the catch. Every single upgrade comes with a hidden cost, and I'm not just talking about the monetary price tag. That hidden cost? It's commitment. And I mean the kind with a capital C. Slowly and totally without realizing it, you take on financial and psychological commitments that quietly bind you to a system you cannot easily walk away from. You see, you aren't just buying a car. You're committing to years of payments, insurance, and maintenance that literally mandate you keep your current income level flowing in. Which brings us to Section 2, the endless trap loop. Essentially, earning just to spend. Okay, walk through this crazy cycle with me. Step 1, you earn more money. Step 2, because you earn more, your expenses naturally rise to match it, or honestly, sometimes even exceed your new income, which inevitably leads to Step 3, you now actually need to earn more just to maintain your current lifestyle month after exhausting month. So, instead of that extra money going toward building wealth or securing your freedom, it's instantly absorbed by your newly upgraded life. And honestly, the most dangerous part of this whole shebang is captured perfectly right here. From the outside, everything still looks perfect. You look incredibly successful to your friends, your family, your neighbors, but internally, you are secretly running on a treadmill. You are moving your legs as fast as you physically can, but financially speaking, you aren't actually moving forward at all. Moving on to Section 3, EMIs, the invisible chains committing your future. So modern life puts this entire trap on steroids by making absolutely everything feel, well, easily affordable. Whether it's a super easy loan approval for a house, financing a new car, or one of those simple buy now, pay later schemes for furniture. EMIs, or equated monthly installments, don't actually reduce the cost of things. They just extend it. They force you to promise that you will keep earning at your current capacity no matter what happens in your life. You are quite literally borrowing from your own future freedom. And here is the absolute, direct trade-off of that system. The more financial promises you make to banks and lenders just to maintain your comfortable, predictable life, the less actual freedom you have. Every single monthly payment is a chain tying you to your desk, to your current job, and to the absolute necessity of a steady paycheck. Because your entire lifestyle is now propped up by this need for total stability, you hit this really chilling realization. You literally cannot afford to fail. Think about it. You stop taking risks. You stop exploring new career opportunities or starting that business you've always dreamed of. You become completely dependent on that steady salary because a predictable life feels safe, and your massive responsibilities demand that you do not rock the boat. All right, let's dive into Section 4. The true cost is time, the silent wealth killer. Listen, the absolute biggest cost of being stuck in this trap, it's actually not the daily stress. It's not even the debt itself. It's that you lose time. While you are super busy maintaining this illusion of success, managing your monthly payments, and grinding away to fuel your lifestyle upgrades, you are bleeding the one critical, non-renewable asset that actually builds true wealth: time. time to invest, time to let your money compound, time to just step back and grow. Just look at how wealth is actually generated over time here, starting from small early growth and eventually snowballing into massive long-term wealth. Wealth is almost never built overnight with a single massive paycheck, right? It's built quietly through consistent, disciplined decisions over really long periods. This means every single year you delay investing because you were too busy upgrading your lifestyle makes it exponentially harder to catch up and see that massive long-term growth.
But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. There is a way out. Section 5, escaping the rat race and reclaiming your freedom. The good news? You don't need to do anything crazy or extreme to break free. But you do need some serious, relentless discipline across these 3 rules. First, you've got to control lifestyle inflation. Just because you earn more does not mean you need to spend more. Second, start investing early. Because as we just saw, even really small amounts compound into something incredibly powerful. And third, build independent income. You have to remove the massive, totally ignored risk of relying solely on a single salary tied directly to your time. And this brings us to the ultimate takeaway of this explainer. The trap is so incredibly dangerous precisely because it looks exactly like success. It doesn't look like failure at all. So we literally have to flip our internal script. We have to move away from the goal of just looking rich to everyone else and shift entirely toward the goal of actually being free.
But the really beautiful thing about finally understanding the mechanics behind this trap? It's perfectly summed up right here. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you recognize these invisible chains for exactly what they are, you will never, ever look at a shiny new car, a larger mortgage, or a routine lifestyle upgrade the exact same way again. The illusion completely shatters. So I want to leave you with this final thought to really chew on as you evaluate your own financial decisions going forward. Take a hard, honest look at your income, your expenses, and your goals, and ask yourself, are you building a life of true freedom, or are you just working tirelessly to maintain an illusion of success?